Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I think we're both who I think we are. I'm still Connor Cookins, you're still Captain Foley. We are
But
ourselves.
You're still from Canada and I'm still from the UK, right?
Hey. What they say?
Jolly good. Bloody hell, I don't know.
Moose.
Bangers and mash.
Mountie.
Here, you want Tim Hortons cup? Here, I'll pass it through. Anyway, so today we're going to have a discussion. We're going to talk about what exactly is happening to Stamets, because he started off as a thoroughly unpleasant creature and turned into quite a jolly individual.
Although I like the meaning of Christmas.
Exactly. Yes. He had a run-in with Charles Dickens' ghosts, and now he's all good. That's exactly what happened. We just solved the problem. There you go.
It actually makes sense, doesn't it?
It does. Maybe that's what happened to Ebenezer Scrooge, too.
He became part of the Sword Tribe.
Mitochondrial network, yeah. He got tardigrade DNA, and now he's good. I don't know. This is a slow discussion start. But anyway, yeah, so... it kind of started when he did get the tardigrade DNA, saw the mitochondrial network, and he was having that conversation with his partner in the bathroom brushing their teeth. And then the mirror image of him stayed there. Now, was that literal? Was that figurative? Was that the director trying to be all fancy?
And we were thinking that would lead to some darker undertones because of the face. I mean, it was a pretty...
Yeah.
But yet they went the complete opposite. We sort of vaguely talked about the next episode, and then boom, this episode he is friendly, he's likable. Not the way we thought they were going to go with it. I think it definitely takes away from the mirror universe vibe a bit. I mean... So I think it's not a literal mirror thing. It's something else. Maybe
the whole series has taken place in the mirror universe so far, and the Stamets we're seeing now is from the Prime timeline.
But the Terran Empire existed.
I know. I'm just.
That's
fine.
What's
you
fine.
Know what? Why am I even here? You just have a conversation by yourself.
No.
Okay.
But it could be a fourth universe, as we also want it to be. That'd be an easy. Anyway. But yeah, he's likable. It's interesting how everyone is unnerved by it, but someone pointed out in the comments they're not really commenting on it beyond he's a bit different, even though really it's a radical personality change.
Yeah, and actually I saw an interview with the actor, I can't think of his name offhand. I just had it. But anyway, and he said because it's season-wide arc and all this, that the character development, they can do a lot with it. So just stay tuned because there's more coming from his character. I actually just saw that last night where he was talking about that and how some people are quite jolted by the fact that he used to be the way he was and now he's this way. He said just stay tuned because there's more to come. So I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm excited to find out. I actually liked him from the beginning. I liked that kind of harsh attitude. I've always said since the beginning that I like Stamets. So,
well, he had a certain charisma within the meanness.
Yeah,
you know? I mean, baddies that have great charisma, that's part of their charm. But like I said in our earlier discussions, I saw the relationship between him and his partner being somewhat negative if he's that mean and aggressive. And I know the other guy responds to it obviously, but I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where the other person is dismissive and negative.
Yeah, whatever, just quiet. Anyway, so I'm just kidding. Continue.
But yeah,
anyway,
I had to finish my point, so I was waiting.
All right, so what happened exactly? Did he just get a broader scope of the universe and the timeline? Did he see things that influence his behavior to make him think maybe I should be a nicer guy? Or is it something deeper than that? Is it something that's uncontrollable? Now he's part tardigrade after all, so maybe they're just pleasant folk.
I just had a thought.
You just had a thought. Well, how dare you?
I know, right? This episode might just be a setup. I mean, episodes are setting up parts, but this whole episode might be, beyond resolving Mud, might be a setup to show that he is outside of the temporal context. You know, he was not affected by a repeating time loop, and was able to keep memories of each loop relatively intact. That's quite an impressive thing, you know. What if, just like Guinan, when USS Enterprise, everything changes, she knows it's not right. What if the Guinan species, the Elorians, what if they are connected in some small way to the Tardigrade network, Magellanian network? That's how they can sense more of everything, a bit more evolved that way.
That's genius.
And so what if rather than the Discovery goes into the mirror universe, what if we see some sort of weird event that actually transposes them and their consciousnesses with their mirror universe counterparts, but he's the only one that remains him. So he has to be the only one, because now we know he's immune to this sort of temporal mechanics, probably dimensional mechanics, and if he's the one that brought them there, he probably is immune to it as well. Wouldn't that be interesting to see suddenly mirror everyone, and then maybe he has to bring them all back because maybe they're both personalities, and he has to undo it. So that's a brand new take on the mirror universe. They're integrating each other's personalities, and I don't know.
Wow. Stamets saves the day again, then, I guess.
Yeah, because I could see that from how they're doing him right now. The personality and the pleasantness and his... he's got the intelligence, he's got the drive, he's got the dedication, he's got the want to help people. All these things have been established.
He's got the drive. He's got the spore drive.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sick. I'm on medication. But anyway, no, I'm looking forward to the progression because from the interview I saw last night, there is more to come to this. There's deeper.
Oh yeah.
Deeper things we're going to uncover for sure. And
I don't think the plot's really begun yet.
Yeah, it's sadly true, but yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. But the mirror thing bothers me. I mean, I'm sure it's just probably figurative, like just alluding to something going on and not necessarily his reflection staying there. But I want clarification on that. What do you think? Do you think it was just a filmmaker's trick to say there's something up, or do you think it was literal?
Well, have there been any other figurative filming tricks that they've done? Because
I don't think so.
It's not really, you shouldn't and can't just sort of throw in non-contextual things out of the blue and then expect, it's a specific filming trick in certain shows that, it's like Family Guy, they just have flashbacks, so they can do anything with a flashback, or cutaway. That's what they can do, it's just a technique they have. It's like everyone knows the baby can do whatever he wants, and no one can see that Roger in American Dad is grey. It's just a rule that we know it happens. So if you can do figurative things, it changes the ballgame a little bit.
Yeah.
But the fact is, and you pointed out before, we see a lot of people looking in reflections. A lot. Pretty much every single episode. Something reflective. Which is subconsciously linking us into that. I don't know.
Because the last episode when it ended with Lorca and the Admiral being captured by the Klingons, and with Lorca in his quarters, there was a very powerful kind of reflection on the glass, which we never see reflections on the glasses in Star Trek, really. Usually it's just you see space. You don't see the reflection of anything going on inside the room. Yeah. So I thought that was very powerful, and it kind of mirrored the last episode in a way with the way that ended on the mirror scene.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they were literally trying to go for that and, give us a heads up as to something's going on, or if it was just a director's choice of the week and they didn't even really consider what happened the week before. But I thought it was worth mentioning anyway. I don't know if it's going to play out in any sufficient way, but
well, I don't think I never really considered he transitioned between the universes. He was the same person in my mind, but I don't think he's evil. I think based on this episode he might be the one that is not affected, the one that can see the truth, like a Guinan. Guinan had that several times.
Yeah. And maybe accessing the mitochondrial network. Maybe he just...
Mycelial. I think it's mycelial network.
What the thing?
Mitochondrial is something else.
Yeah.
Mitochondrial DNA is...
Mycelial network. Sorry, I've been saying it wrong. Anyway, but maybe he's accessed his other selves in other dimensions, other realities. So he's taken on aspects of all of his self, and maybe he's kind of equaled out somewhat, as far as that goes, like getting pieces from himself in other universes, and maybe they are affected as well. Maybe they are now a little bit more asshole-ish, and they were all they used to be like the practical joker of the crew, and now they're more serious.
Now
I don't know.
that's really, really, really interesting, actually, because I think it doubles down on that he seems to have knowledge, vague sensing knowledge, like of just things, sensing that maybe something's wrong with Ash Tyler, something going on between the two of them. Seeing the future is a little bit far for me, but if he is linked with his dimensional state, then in other universes, the things have progressed in different times. So in one, maybe he's been outed as a spy. In one, they've been dating for 3 months. So if he's sort of sensing vaguely the threads of the universes, then absolutely, which would mean that if we again assume mirror universe, we're going to a universe, more of a not a mirror, I suppose a DS9 version, more of a going into the mirror universe whole cloth. Then maybe Mirror Stamets has been affected and is also more muted. He became more whatever, and so he's double Stamets have to be the link to try and get him home. And only maybe Mirror Stamets, because of they were brought in by Prime Stamets, or at least Discovery Stamets, Prime. His DNA, his whatever, his quantum frequency is the one that allowed them to go over. So when they transition to the universe, they have to get other Stamets, who's been also been affected, to use his quantum signature, because he can access the door on their side to get them back.
Wow.
But he's their one key, he's their one positive thing, because in the mirror universe everyone's a bit more negative, but he's been affected as well. Because that'd be great, that'd be a really cool thing. Or at least all the timelines which are close, because obviously parallel universes is a tree. Every decision creates new lines, or you can create them by an action. So most universes aren't, the spore drive aren't a thing. It's because the decisions to get to this point. But in the 10 or 15 where this might be exactly almost identical, he can have alternate similar things. That's why it was quite amazing that in the mirror universe, both Enterprises were the same crews in the same place at the same time and beamed at the same time. That's a very lucky event, but it was the one that happened with. It wasn't luck. That was the one out of the trillion universes that was. You know what I mean? It happened because it's the only one it could happen with. So this is the other universe, the same thing. That's why I always wish they weren't going to a literal mirror universe, but a sub universe, like an alternate mirror. Because I'm fine with that. I'm fine with you having the primary universe and the Discovery mirror universe, both different in different ways, because they're, alternate splits. Why not?
Yeah.
I do go off on theories, don't I?
You do. And it's opened up a lot of possibilities, especially for if there is a mirror universe episode coming up, which we are pretty sure there is. I like the fact that we have to get the other Stamets to help us have these guys get back, or however it plays out, because he's the link. He's the same.
Or he's joined. He's linked to himself, and
yeah.
Because he's got to be. Because if you think long play of this season, either he, like you mentioned previously, he might become the Barclay supervillain because he knows and sees everything. But then it's kind of like the villain of the week, just of the season. Or he could take it more interestingly, more science fictiony, more. How does what affects him really affect the plot? Because we've already got a fully functioning, instant universe traversing ship with no limitation so far. We've already won. I mean, come on, we've already the plot has already succeeded. And
maybe that's how they cross over to the mirror universe, because both this Prime Universe Discovery and Mirror Universe Discovery are both spore driving at the same time to the same place, perhaps, and so their paths get crossed or merged. Sure. They're both just in the chamber at the same time or something.
I just had another great idea.
Of course you did. Shoot.
Wouldn't it be really awesome if, just like Mirror Mirror, they flip? So now we're following two stories. The Mirror Discovery, the Warship Discovery, in our universe, or the Discoveryverse, is now going full on kicking Klingons' asses, and they make them think, we don't want to fight the Federation because they're really annihilating us. And then Prime ish Discovery is now in their universe, and they have to deal with everyone being hostile and trying to cope with it. So you see the Klingon, because the thing is, if you swap to the mirror universe, even for one episode, 2 episodes, the Klingon perspective becomes non-existent, you know. But if you do both, then you can have the Klingons fighting mirror Discovery. You don't need much of that, just a bit, because you only basically cut back to see Spock deal with Mirror Kirk once, and it was great. It was nice to see the other version. It would have been great to see more of that. So imagine if that was like the double split. I would love to see that. You know,
Yeah,
it's an excuse to have awesome space battle trailer scenes with the Discovery just shooting everything.
And I'm down for that. I would love to see that. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. It's open up. See, this whole thing with him accessing this network and just multi-dimensional, it opens up so many possibilities for storytelling. And Star Trek's always been good at that, but this really is it's a floodgate of possibilities, not just a doorway. And I really like that. Yeah. Wow. I'm just at a loss. I don't know what to say.
It does make you also wish that they jump into the actual Prime universe, because we're all for this being a Trek verse, like the Mirror, like the Kelvin, it be its own verse. You know, then its own rules apply. So I really hope when they go into the Mirror universe, it's the Mirror universe of the Prime universe, and this is just an alternate Prime. You know, same events, different. You know, again, it would solve all the issues, and they go into our real Prime, which gives them real Prime Mirror, which lets them see Connie's and very familiar tech, but maybe updated in a more conventional way, which then they take some of the tech back with them, and then they alter their own timeline, and it's closer still.
See. Yeah, that would bring them in line with the TOS look that they're talking about at the end of the...
Kind of my assumption, because if you find a Connie, you've got the communicator, you've got the tricorder, I mean, there's you can either have them in whole cloth and just as you saw them, or slightly updated versions. And even just sensor scans of a Warp 7 Connie would, although again, Warp 7 seems slow compared to a Spore Drive. I mean, but again, that should be the reveal of the season, is that it's not really the Prime universe. It's an alternate Prime. You know, that'd be great. It would solve almost all the problems. And I would hope they have confidence in their own brand to say that. You know, like we think we've created a good enough Star Trek multiverse option, just like in DC and Marvel. There's all these different versions of. I mean, even in Flash, I'm watching Flash, and they have at least 5 Earths they see. Yeah. With all alternate people, and that's a wonderful storytelling device. And I would be, and then it becomes almost an anthology show. You can have them travel dimensions, you know, like Quantum Leap. You know, Discovery gets lost in the multiverse, and each season having to deal with a multiverse. I mean, how amazing would that be? And then you can have anything you want. I would adore that. Actually, it's even cooler story. And these characters, I think, could also do quite well, because you've got all the strong personalities.
And we hope our next jump is the jump home.
Never is.
But they'll need an owl. They'll need somebody from this timeline to show up
Stamets.
in hologram
Stamets.
form.
He sees every timeline.
Yeah, but everybody can see him. We need somebody.
He comes back.
Yes, the tardigrade.
Guys.
I have a feeling the tardigrade is going to show up at some point to save the day.
Or mirror tardigrade.
Well, is there a mirror tardigrade though? Because it exists interdimensionally. Could it be that there's only one? I don't know. Anyway, guys, my head hurts now more so than it did before.
Quick question though, just to end on.
No. Okay. Right.
Do you wish Jonathan Frakes and then I think David Lindelof revealed there is a mirror universe plotline? Would you wish we didn't know the mirror universe and we'd just be theorizing about parallel universes? Because now that we know it's there, we're putting links together. Do you wish you didn't know?
I wish I didn't know, because I think we would have came to the same conclusions.
Yeah.
Because I think we had speculated about mirror universe, like some kind of crossover at some point before we even found out for sure that was a thing.
Oh, I mean, like a year ago we said we'd rather have a mirror universe spin-off, and we were theorizing what you could do with that and stuff. Yeah.
So.
But it is nice to know. It's a spoiler, but it's nice to know a thing that lets you see the hints clearer. You know. It's like there's I'm watching Gossip Girl again. And when you know who Gossip Girl is, you watch the series in a different way, because then every single time there's something happens, you can watch it in a different context. So certain things are worth, you know, it's like Sixth Sense. You watch a film again, you watch it differently, you know? The whole thing changes contextually. So knowing that spoiler lets you watch it in a more full way, I guess, maybe? At least, well, we think we know. I mean, we think we know Vok, and he probably isn't. You know, we could all just be overthinking it. So who knows? The plot hasn't started yet. Actually, it's like imagine in Voyager if Janeway came back and gave them transphasic torpedoes in the 3rd episode. It's like,
yeah. Or just
actually, to be fair, why didn't she? Why didn't Future?
You could really shorten that series. Yeah, all of a sudden she shows up after the caretaker. Guys, I got away back home.
That would save so much time and death. It's time travel. Why wouldn't you go back? I guess because she needed the transphasic network. She needed the network. But then just give them Slipstream.
Temporal mechanics.
Animation. I should have fan animation where she comes back at caretaker and it's like...
Yeah. I got you guys. And the series is like 1 episode or 2 episodes long. Yeah.
But then the plot really happens. Then they try and use Slipstream and it takes them to the alternate universe. And it's like, oh my god, Voyager, the alternate... Then, let's just close out this joke. This is going everywhere apart from where we want it to go.
It is. So what do you guys think? Because we need more theories now. Put them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Stamets? What is actually happening to him? Is it on a genetic level? Is it on a spiritual level? Is it on, I don't know, is he tapping into other versions of himself and kind of multiplexing his personality? Let us know what you guys think. Always look forward to reading your thoughts and comments below. So also don't forget, we have the Trekyards Facebook group. Check it out. Lots of great pictures and posts and discussions every day. We got some great admins to take care of that, and so we have a great community there, so please join, and we look forward to seeing you there as well. So and if you want to help us out,
it is a community.
Yeah. And if you want to help us out to maintain that community, as well as these daily shows talking about all things Star Trek and specifically ships and tech, please help us out by going over to trekyards.com. There's a donate button. You can donate whatever you want, like as a tip to say thank you for just generating content and discussions like this, because we surprise ourselves with these things all the time. There's always lots to talk about, and we could use your help with that. Or you can head on over to Patreon. We have a Patreon, which is kind of like a monthly subscription service, kind of like a magazine almost. You go, and the link's in the description below. Click it, and you can donate $3 a month. That's a penny a day, I think. I'm not good with the math. Anyway, the price of a cup of coffee a month, you might not notice it, but it'll help us immensely, and we would generally greatly appreciate it. And I got to stop taking cold medication.
Yes. Or just like and subscribe, because this channel needs people to subscribe and show the support, and just tune in every day, every week to all of our great content. You have to watch everything, but watch many things. And like I say, like the videos and comment. I mean, just share your views, because that puts us higher in the ratings, and it shows that people are engaged. Just be part of the community. Join in and have fun.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Commander Coons.
Bye, guys.